Hey there, welcome back to Box Bets. It's day 10, we're a third of the way through. Sorry for the late pick, we had a bit of a wedding last night and got into it. But we'll recap how we did last night. We went 1-2, so not great. We're 11-14 on the season. We need a big Sunday today, and there's 4 games on the schedule. So let's go. First game was last night, Orlando versus the Cavs. Orlando was at home, trying to tie up the series. I said it's going to be no problem. They're at home. They got the momentum. It seems to be a home-and-home series, right? The Cavs dominated in Cleveland. Orlando blew them out first game in Orlando. I thought, lay the 2.5. Orlando should be okay. They started rocky, but then they just came back and blew them away. It's definitely one of those series where home court reigns supreme. Easy cover there. We're 1-0. We were looking good until we ran into the second game, which was the Pelicans at home to the Thunder. The Pelicans were down 2-0. I thought, okay, first game back in New Orleans. They got to come with the game here. They had covered one, not covered one. We took them with 1.5. They got blown out of the building at home. It's pretty bad. That series is over. So now it's 3-0. Nobody ever comes back from 3-0 or has in basketball. I guess the Zion thing was just too much. I was hoping that the role players would step up, have a bit of a performance at home. They didn't. But SGA and the crew, good on them. Dominated, deserved the win, and put us to 1-1. And the third game, I said, let's just ride the Nuggets. They're 3-0, 3 covers. The Lakers have tried everything, but I think they're done. Well, they came with a very resilient game. AD had 23 boards. LeBron James, 30 points, and they snatched the win. Obviously covering as a dog and putting us to 1-2, 11-14 on the season. So a bit of a wet night, but there's 30 days. We're only through 10. We're a third of the way. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. And I think as the playoffs go on, it gets easier. And that's the thing, like anything with betting. When you first start off any season, any tournament, you really gotta to watch these games and then see how they play and see the matchups to really get an understanding of the team, how they're going to perform. So I'm not concerned at all. Let's look at the 4 games tonight or this afternoon and give you some picks for those games. So the first game that I'm seeing here, Philly, New York, starts soon. Philly trying to tie the series at 2-2. My theory is we're going to take the Sixers here. Embiid, I don't think will go for 50 again, but look for some role players to step up. Maxey to have a big game, and the Sixers to cover the 5.5 and take it back to New York, tied at 2. Sixers minus 5.5. The second game is Dallas Clippers. That's been a very kind of weird series where the Clippers played great the first game and then just can't score the next 2. So Dallas has the 2-1 lead in that series, and they're at home. This is a must-win for the Clippers. I think they're the more desperate here team. I'm taking the Clippers again, even though it didn't work out last time. We're double down. We're going with them again. Plus 5.5. I think Kawhi's going to step up this time. That's been, a bad game for him last time, right? Obviously, his first game, he was injured. His second game back, I thought he played good. He didn't. Take the Clippers plus 5.5. To tie or at least make this series competitive in the sense that they could still lose, but they're not going to get, overmatched and kind of dominated a bit physically for sure during the last 2 games. So look for Kawhi to play better, George to play better, and then to keep it close. And then the late game is the Suns and the Timberwolves. Now, it's 3-0 Timberwolves. And, they look like the better team. I passed on the last game, but this game I'm going to roll with the Suns. I'm going to take the theory that they're at home. KD's not going to get swept in the playoffs, just like LeBron didn't, right? They came with the game. They're the more desperate team. And Minnesota, if they lose, okay, big deal. They're going home anyways. They can wrap it up in 5 there. I'll give the Suns 1. Take them as a dog, 1.5. Not overly confident, but I think that's the play there, being the desperate team. So to recap, Philly minus 5.5 at home. We're going the Clippers plus 5.5 on the road. And we're going the Suns plus 1.5 at home. Those are our 3 picks. There also is the 4th game. It's the Pacers-Bucks. I don't know what's going on in that series. Lillard now is probably doubtful. So it's no Antetokounmpo. It's no Lillard. Pacers should roll. You know, they did squeak the 3-point win in overtime in game that was 3. So they're up 2-1. But it's 9.5. So, I mean, they're going to win by 10 points. Maybe with Lillard doubtful and Giannis out, probably. But I'm just not feeling that confident on it. I'm kind of more on the fence. So I'm going to pass on that one. But, again, the other 3, we're going Philly, Clippers, and Suns. Trying to get back to 500. And I'll see you tomorrow.